DanDixonMusic, and welcome to the MastoCast, episode 112, 112. Hope you were doing well on this Friday that the episode has come out. Is it Friday? No, it's Thursday at the moment. But yeah, it will be out on Friday. Hello, how are you doing? Hope you're doing well. We have rain. It's actually been raining now. How nuts is that? Like, we've actually had a bit of rain. The ground is moist again. It's actually quite nice to have a bit of rain now for a change. And yeah. Oh yeah, hope you had a lovely weekend. Hope you're having a lovely weekend. Cheers anybody who's listened to the past podcast, the last one. It was the debut of my new song, Loss, which is like an acoustic instrumental, and I don't know. I don't think many people are bothered about it. Really, I've posted about it everywhere, as much as where I could. Least viewed thing on TikTok, least viewed thing on Instagram, and I think that's just the nature of fucking social media platforms. Like, they prefer the covers or someone else's music that I do. Yeah, but it didn't really do well. No one's really commented on it or anything. But it is just an acoustic song, and it's instrumental. But I still think it's really good, though. I still think it's nice. I still think there's a bit of beauty behind it. But yeah, I just don't think many people are bothered about it. Not at all. But I still want to record music. It made me want to do it a bit more, so that's good. So yeah, that's that. I've not got a lot to speak about this week, to be honest, because I've just not done a lot. I've not had a chance to listen to any new music. I've listened to a couple of new things. I mean, for a kickoff, new God's Hate. God's Hate are back. They have returned from their year-long hiatus. Not even a year, I don't think. So I seen them at Outbreak last year, which was June, and they probably did some more fests in the US, and then they went on a hiatus. But they're back. They're back, and they have new music. They've got a new EP, and it is called Won't Be Disgraced. 3 tracks, and this is fucking great. It is so good. Like, I've just been listening to this for the past couple of days. Won't Be Disgraced, I Am the Cure, and Warriors Will Reign. It's sick. Artwork is sick. It's really, really good. And it's, it pays homage to the late Bo Luders, who was also from the Hard Law podcast and Harm's Way, Weapon X, and I think that's it, really. That's all I can think of. But yeah, there's a really touching tribute, especially the last track. It's quite an emotional one, but God's Hate just do what God's Hate do, and that is just write some heavy ass riffs, some angry vocals from Brody, the giant himself. But yeah, all 3 tracks, just fucking great. It's awesome. I guess they're just I think they may have had a slightly longer hiatus, but I think they just turned around and said, "Fuck it, we don't want to wait. We don't want people to wait." And due to the loss of Bo, they were just like, "Okay, well, let's just fucking get this out," which I can totally get. I can absolutely totally get. Good to have them back. But yeah, it was quite a shock to the system, because I was like, God's Hate are back. Ah, cool. So, yeah, there we go. New God's Hate, Won't Be Disgraced. Highly recommend it. 3 songs, 12 minutes in total. Just full of chunky riffs. The drumming on this is brilliant as well. Like, Colin Young's drumming. I forget how good of a drummer he is sometimes, because a lot of the God's Hate stuff is kind of, well, it's just like simple, like meat and potatoes, like, hardcore, like Marauder style sounding stuff. But like, some of the fills he's doing on this EP, fucking great, and like the stuff that he's doing with the like the splash cymbals and all that is proper cool, like really really good drumming. So like definitely the best drumming that he's ever done from what I've heard. Not to disparage anything, any of the previous drumming that he's done before, but yeah, proper good. So yeah, been listening to that. That's really good. And there is a new, and speaking of heavy, there's another heavy album by a band called Living Weapon, and the album's called Death in the Family. It, I believe, has members from the band Vane FM / Fleshwater. I think it's the bass player from Vane's new band. I think he might be doing vocals, and this is some nasty shit, some straight up nasty, heavy, discordant shit. It rocks. It rules. This album. It's really, really good. Like, if you're into, like, Vane, Converge, but I think it's, like, sonically heavier. Like, it just sounds like the whole thing is just, like, clipping, but in a good way. Like, there's a lot of, like, Digitech whammy stuff, like, proper, like, guttural vocals, and, yeah, it's proper good. It's only 23 minutes long, 9 tracks. Like, I think there's one track that goes above the 3-minute mark. But yeah, it's really, really good. I like that. So it's been a cool it's been a cool week of heaviness, really. And that's all I've listened to, really, to be honest. Like, I'm on a bit of a Cure binge because I'm going to see them on Sunday. So expect a proper podcast because this week is not so much great. So yeah, I've been listening to God's Hate, Living Weapon. I've been listening to some Saxon as well. Getting pumped for Saxon because Saxon are just rad. If you've not listened to Saxon before, they rock, right? They just totally rock. They're one of those bands that came from the new wave of British heavy metal scene back in the early 1980s. And, you know, they were tuned with bands like Motorhead and Maiden, Judas Priest, all that sort of stuff. And Saxon have just got some really cool albums, and like, the Wheels of Steel is like their quote-unquote classic, I think. Maybe you could say the same about Denim and Leather. But yeah, the Saxon are just fucking cool. Saxon are cool. I've just been listening to a bunch of their albums, just getting into the whole rocker mindset. Like, Wheels of Steel's great. Denim and Leather's great. Power and Glory's great. Crusader might be my favourite. I don't even know. They've made a lot of albums. They've done a lot of albums. Let me count. Basically, like, the first 6 or 7 albums are all just fucking great, and like then they had like basically like the 90s period's not particularly great. But I remember they came back. Well, not came back. They've always been there. But I remember when I started getting into Saxon, like, sort of like mid-90s, I was watching like this Vakin set on YouTube, and it was when they released the album Inner Sanctum, which came out in 2007, and it's proper good. This album, like, it's proper good. Like, actually really heavy, proper good production. I think it's produced by Andy Sneap. I think like, basically from that album onwards, they just got Andy Sneap to produce all their albums because he's really good at, like, getting the best out of these, all their heritage sort of bands. Like, he did that with Judas Priest on their new album, and the last two Judas Priest albums. He's done that with Testament. He's done that with a lot. I'd love, like, for Metallica or Iron Maiden to just work with them on their next albums, just so he can turn around and be like, you don't need to write a double album. Stop doing these fucking long solos. Stop doing these just passages that are pointless, because that's what we've been getting recently. But yeah, it would be cool if we get that. But, like, yeah, Saxon have, like, released some cool ass albums, I'd like to think. One of the albums is on streaming services, actually. It's weird. Into the Labyrinth isn't on streaming services. Yeah. So yeah, Saxon rock. if you fancy some old school British heavy metal. Oh no, Into the Labyrinth is on streaming service. It's just filed into compilations for some reason. Very weird. But yeah, listen to Saxon. Yeah, but yeah. To be honest, gaming wise, not been playing a lot. I was playing Tony Hawk's Pro Skater 3. I have been for the past couple of weeks, and I've been stuck on the last mission. The last course, park, whatever you want to call it, which is the cruise ship, and I've been stuck on that stunt gauntlet for ages. But I finally did it. I finally did it when I was on my night shift at work, because I bring my Switch 2 with me, and then I was just fucking going at it for ages and ages. I was locked in on my break, and then I finally did it, and I just went, yes, come on, like in front of people in my break room. I did it for comedy effect, really, but I was just like, fuck yes. I was absolutely over the moon. So yeah, been playing that. So basically, now that I've done Tony Hawk's Pro Skater 3, I've moved on to Tony Hawk's Pro Skater 4, so I can totally get in on the second part of the that Tony Hawk's 3 and 4 remaster, whatever you want to call it. So yeah, that's all I've done. Oh, I've started playing The Last Guardian as well. I'm probably about 2 or 3 hours into it, gameplay wise. Really enjoying it so far. Really enjoying it. Like, of course, it's done by I don't want to attempt his name. The game director, the one who did like Shadow Colossus and Eco, and soon to be Gen Atlas when that comes out. But yeah, I started that because I do like these games a lot. Like the nice, short and sweet, but like the very, very picturesque and emotive and what have you. And yeah, really enjoying it so far. Looks nice. Really interesting sort of story so far. Yeah, really, really loving it. Not loving the controls. Controls suck. They're very clunky. They're not that good. And I think I touched on that when I talked about the Shadow of Colossus remake, when I played that for the first time. It was either last year or the year before. And I just could not get around them controls. I thought they were a bit of a pain. Yeah, so, but it's kind of the same thing with that, because you're doing like a lot of climbing and stuff like that. It's that's the worst part of it. It's a bit weird, but yeah. So far, so good. Just a shame about the controls, but I'll touch on it when I finish it. So yeah, that's that is The Last Guardian. I'd like to think I'll finish it either this week or next week. Maybe not this week because it's a bit busy being at Edinburgh and whatever. So yeah, that's it. I think. I don't think I have any particular news or anything to talk about. Anything new with music? Don Broco added the Leeds date. I'm gonna go to that. Well, I need to get tickets tomorrow. But yeah, they've added the Leeds date. Thankfully, because their new album Nightmare Tripping, they're touring that round about September, October. Big UK tour, lots of dates, and there's a lot of bands that are like playing whilst me and Haley are either in Las Vegas or Mexico, and Don Broco being one of them. I'm like, fuck, they're playing Newcastle City Hall, one of my favourite venues. I'm like, bastard. We can't make that one. There's a few that I can't make, but like they've turned around and they said, you know what, we're doing this grand opening event in this new venue in Leeds called Testbed. So tickets go on sale Friday. So, and that's on the 13th of October, which is like it's like literally a couple of days after we come back from Mexico. So I might be jet lagged in the pit, but who cares? But first gig as a married man. There you go. Yeah. But there's that really. This is a totally short episode. But, is what it is. I've just been doing a lot of overtime. I'm doing overtime tonight. Yeah. Basically, whatever overtime that I do this month will come out like literally a few days before we fly away to Las Vegas in Mexico, which I'm so excited for. So excited for. Can't wait to be there. Just can't wait to be there. Just like, cause it's only like 4 or 5 weeks away now. Like, I just want to get there. Just want to get there. I'm like tired of waiting now. So yeah. Aye. So I guess that's the episode then, really. Just a little bit of an update for y'all. But yeah, that's it really. Go listen to Loss if you haven't. I think it's nice. I think it's pretty. Hope you like it. Yeah. Yeah, that's all. Like, I do kind of feel a bit like crap about it. I think the track's nice. It's beautiful, but like the reason behind doing it, like, is beautiful, but wherever I shared it, just nothing. I don't know if it's because do I know anything about releasing music these days because it's been so long. I don't know. I don't know. But I'm gonna keep making music anyways because I love it. I enjoy it. So yeah, hopefully I'll get more of that done soon. But yeah, I will see you next week. Next week's gonna be a better episode. I promise you that, because this weekend gonna go to Edinburgh. Gonna go watch a comedian at the Fringe. Gonna go watch The Cure. It's gonna be fucking great. I'm so excited. I've never seen The Cure before. And I mean, that's also another reason why I haven't been listening to much other music. I know there's a new Phoebe Bridgers album. There's something else as well. Like there's a new King Gizzard and Lizard Wizard album, which I'm kind of keen on. But yeah, I basically like just been listening to The Cure quite a bit, just so I'm like, because I know they got quite a big back catalogue and they tend to change the set list. I kind of want to familiarise myself a bit more. So yeah, I've been listening to a lot of The Cure, just like playlists and stuff like that. So excuse me, I just burped a little bit. Right, okay, I will see you all next week. Have a lovely weekend, and yeah, just take care. Listen to Living Weapon, great. Listen to God's Hate, also great. Just listen to some disgusting music. Right. Okay, folks, I'll see you later. Goodbye.